Duh, I'm sitting up here on mute the whole time. All right. Hey, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. Well, of course, uh, it's about politics most of the time, and it's about all types of politics, including YouTube politics. But anyway, we have so much to get into. It's been such a crazy week. Just can't even wait to get started. Welcome everybody, Virginia Redbone, Patty Duke. How are you? Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? All right. So welcome. It is a pleasure to have you all here once again for another week, another episode, another installment of Politics and Wellness. And of course, I had to put the disclaimers in so that way we don't have any more issues with YouTube. But who cares? But anyway, without further ado, we're going to be discussing an array of things, some updates, which are very important, and some other stories. So, and of course, YouTube stuff if need be. But all right, let's get started. Brother Nate, are you ready back there? No? Are you okay? All right. So, hey, how you doing there, sir?
Fine. How's everybody doing this evening?
We're good.
Hey, Patty Duke, Virginia Redbone. I still miss you, even though you're floating up in the clouds in the balcony or wherever you flew.
Hey, and you always talking about you miss me. Miss me how? I'm around. I mean, I'm not.
Hey, Pink. Hey, Nanny Hawkins. How's everybody doing this evening?
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's good and great.
And so, how have you been, sir?
Busy. This was a busy day. Monday, of course, was a holiday, so of course that was a bit slow. But
yes, Indigenous Day now.
Please.
No Columbus.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The man lied and said he discovered something that was already discovered.
Yeah,
but I mean that's typical for them. So, excuse me here while I get my.
Is that why that disclaimer is up there so early? I was like, oh, that's something new.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it had to be up there early because I was just tired of it. Like, it's in all of my stuff. I go through it thoroughly to make sure that it is clicked where it says you have to be 18 and older. So I really don't know what YouTube's problem is, but whatever.
They're harassing you.
When are they not harassing me? But it's quite all right. I mean, thank God I don't use this or need this to pay rent or car notes or anything of that nature. So for that, I'm thankful. But if I did, Lord have mercy, it would be an issue.
Well, it's the type of stuff you talk about, you know?
Right. But I mean, it's the type of stuff that's happening. Like, it's really happening in our everyday communities, whether it goes reported or unreported. These things are happening, just like the young man who was discovered, and then I'll get to it. But the young man with his, organs missing and liquefied and all that kind of mess. And it's like, okay, so we just supposed to not talk about that? I'm sorry. The kid goes missing within, what was it? Was it a week even? A week, 2 weeks? The young black man they just had the funeral for. His autopsy report.
The one that they found in the river?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd been missing, I'd say maybe about 3 weeks, I believe.
About 3 weeks? Okay. That's a little
because he was missing before the young lady disappeared.
Okay. And I thought he was missing a little sooner, and I was like, to have his organs liquefied, like.
Well, you got to remember too, in water.
In water, right? That's what I thought too. But that's why I thought it was sooner. And I was like, okay, well, something.
Yeah, that had to be really quick. Yeah, really quick to do that.
Right. Something was really awry here.
Yeah. Hey, Lynn T.
Because he was in
water.
Good
to see you. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Lynn T? I'm sorry, I can't see the chat right now. I'm just trying to get my work notes together. Sorry. So anyway, we have some updates. So real quick, we have yeah, you see it now and watch. You'll start seeing it around later. I'm telling you, just watch.
Okay,
Watch,
okay.
watch.
Well,
Um,
got to start someplace.
hey. So updates. Remember the story? I know you sent it to me, but for those of you in the chat, the story of the black realtor and his client, and of course they were checking out a house, and some neighbors, Karens and Kens, called the police on them, and the police came not asking questions, but guns ready to fire. Before they decided, oh, well, first we should ask some questions. Uh, so, of course, the realtor is going to sue, which he has every right to, because you infringe on his business. Then, therefore, you even make his potential client and buyer
That's right. He's
cautious
lost money.
of cautious of not even wanting to actually purchase the property. So you damn right. I don't feel no ways about it.
I'm sure they didn't buy it.
Who would at that point? Who would? Because all that's saying is that at this point, if I were to buy this property, anything I have, you guys will be calling the popo on me like nobody's business.
Mhm.
Mainly because you don't feel that I deserve to be here, and that's really all this stems from me. Whenever I see this, it's like you don't deserve to be here. You deserve to be, over there. Which
It gives that early warning.
right.
We know this is that type of neighborhood, and we don't don't put up with such foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
What you got the big jar tonight? What you got
And
in
then,
there?
right.
That don't look like Kool-Aid.
It's cranberry and pineapple.
Oh,
with a little extra brown sauce. Hey, how you doing? This beat, what's going on?
no, all I got is trusty water.
Oh, that's okay. I've been drinking that too. I've been drinking this all day.
Okay.
Trust me, you'll be proud of me because I'm not I drink water, but it's like once I start, then I'm good. But if I stop and start doing juice or something, then it's hard to get me back. Trust me.
Yeah.
Brent's always yelling at me. But all right, another update. The Tesla guy. Hey, what's up, Candy Cane? Tesla, there was some discrimination. Hey, what's up, Starbella? There was some discrimination things going on at Tesla with a lot of the black employees. Of course, they band together and said, you know what? This nigga making all this goddamn money. Let's go for them pockets.
Let's get some. Let's get some.
Get some. So they have settled out of court for racial abuse and awarded $137 million. Let that ring together. $137 million.
They can start their own plant now.
Exactly. They can start their own plant. They can start their own design or whatever and sell it to other car companies or whatever they, were thinking about doing, which I think, kudos for them because of course it's it's about time. It really is.
Do you like that guy that's on YouTube that used to work for Tesla that rebuilds them? Because they have the exclusive.
Right.
Like Apple, you have to take your vehicle back to the dealer to have anything done to it.
Right.
And he used to work for him, and he rebuilt his and repaired and convert cars to gasoline cars to electric cars. Real smart black guy.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, this update, which is definitely horrible. Hey, what's up, Stomp Down? How you doing? Welcome. The officer who shot Jacob Blake in the back will not be receiving any charges.
No charges whatsoever.
Not a one.
Shot the man in his back with his 3 sons in the back of the car.
Not a one. Even though the story is that he was reaching. And I mean, sometimes it's like, can we just use our brains and put 2 and 2 together? If you have your children in the car, why would he be going in his car to reach for a knife? I mean, it's just the level of stupidity that they throw out there as far as for us to take and think that all black men or black people are insanely violent and evil when they have shown time and time again that it is them
It's all them.
that are really like that. So that's crazy and unfortunate. Um, but then I figured when they awarded him so much money because of what happened, I figured that they probably were not going to do it because that's their MO. They figure they throw the money at you, you know, everybody will calm down. So when they turn around and say, oh, no charges, no, they're not going to press any charges due to the fact of the nature of he was uncompliant or he was violating his parole by XYZ, which is, again, everything they try to throw to minimize their violence, to minimize the fact that they overstep their boundaries. Of course, you end up with a thing like this. Now, what I did not read and was trying to catch before I came on here, the lieutenant governor of, and this is not an update, so we're starting in new stuff, but the lieutenant governor of North Carolina basically won't resign for his anti-LGBT talk.
Because you're nasty. You're nasty. I saw you.
Like the old lady from the Women of Brewster's Place.
Women of Brewster's Place. I saw you.
Now this I wanted to tie into because I skimmed it. I really didn't, you know, so if anybody has any more details, you're more than welcome to have a stab at it. But when I briefly skimmed this, it brought to me the Dave Chappelle, the Netflix series that he has going on with his last show, and everybody wants to cancel him. Now I watched it. Okay.
I did too.
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what he was saying. How can I put this?
Just say it.
Shit. A lot of times we miss the message because one, you're mad at the messenger, and two, you don't realize what system is at play here. The system is at play is the same one that's always been. Let's get them angry enough to fight against each other, and then, you know, we'll step back and just be like, oh, well, look at them. See, they're always killing each other. They're always after each other's throats. They never have a moment of peace or anything like that. And I'm just like, distinctly, if you watched it, all he talked about was how the LGBT white community are able to walk freely, get their own rights or whatever they, you know, whatever they feel like they need, be racist, and still cancel other people's when their feelings are hurt. Now, I get it. Granted, yes, we have our own issues with, you know, LGBT in our community and that whole, you know, macho, you got to be a man, the family, whatever, all that. But the way he was coming at it is from what he sees. Exactly. When he even talked about the baby situation and how nobody cared that man killed somebody in a Walmart because it was just two Negroes or two niggers killing each other. And that's typically normal. But the minute he said, you know, which was egregious, of course, but the minute he said that, it was, we got to, you know, they cancel him left and right because they actually, you know, and not them as a whole, but a lot of them hold power and they have positions of power where they can cancel situations. So they don't mind canceling the baby and others due to the things that they say. But as long as they are acting like a typical Negro, everything's cool. We're okay with that. If you're going around killing people, calling women bitches and hoes and stuff like that, and tip drilling them, that's perfectly fine. But the minute when your feelings get a little, you know, chuckled up, we have an issue. I just felt like he's a comedian. That's what they do. That's what they all have done. every single one of them, from
We're just lucky it
from
wasn't
George
Paul Mooney.
Carlin, right? From George Carlin to Paul Mooney to Red Fox. I mean, that's what they do. So to sit here and now, we want to cancel because feelings have been hurt. Come on, come on, Try to get the message, because he said it even at the end. He said, at the end of the day, my issue has been with white people and the way they act in this world. Not every white person, of course. He didn't mean every white person, but the ones he have interacted with that have been on this train of, oh no, I don't hate you, but then secretly you doing all this stuff, behind the scenes to ensure destruction. Yeah, that's what he has a problem with. That's what he's pointing out. And he's pointing out just how this community, this LGBT white community, can sit here and go, oh, I want these rights, and oh, we want this, and oh, we want that, and still be just as racist and as disgusting as their counterparts, as their straight counterparts. And nobody thinks otherwise about it. It's just like unspoken, unsaid, it's nothing. And it's like, I've been in places where you go to the white bar and you can't wear this, you can't, have on anything urban. It has to be straight, just, whatever they're wearing. Anything other than that, you can't get in. Why? They're closed. It's a bar. So, I just
You have to wear cowboy boots also.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He made an example when he was talking about the Women's March and the pink pussy hats.
Right, but what
prime example.
Right, but what he failed to mention, even when he talked about the women with the pussy hats, is them pussies voted for him.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. When a lot of the black women said, you know what, nah, because you don't fuck with us when we need our shit done, but you want us to come and march with you when it's something that affects yours,
right? Or you feel offended. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you have to be on. We want you on our side,
right? And then that's just where I'm at. It's like, oh, even with this lieutenant governor, it's like, yeah, they put you out there to say it because look, it's somebody from their own community who does it, who agrees with us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on, it's not about accepting what everybody does, because it's not there's certain things that people do and people say that I don't agree with, but I respect their point of view. How they choose to live their life has nothing to do with me. Once we get out of this space of trying to control people or thinking that we know God better than God knows God, or how this book, which was written and rewritten not only by the thugs of the Catholic Church, but a gay man who was fighting his own sexuality and his own feelings. Once we get that into into the box and really settle in it, we'll stop, thinking that we're doing this great service for a creator that don't need your damn help, that you got your own shit to work through. So I don't know. I'm just at a loss. But I'm sorry.
Now, suppose God only wanted you, the only thing he wanted you to learn how to do is to mind your own fucking business.
Well, a lot of people going
we will fail. There's going to be a lot of people failing. I'm sorry. You got to repeat the grade. Oh, that's right. No child left behind. We have to push your ass through. Yeah.
So do you grow up as a crazy ass adult, I guess? But anyway.
Yeah. When I first saw it, knowing how Dave Chappelle, how he pretty much operates, it's a story embedded in, and you have to kind of look at the chapters.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, people were kind of upset, but then I had to remember too, I don't have that same experience.
Right.
So
Right. And to that point, that part is true. Yes, I don't have that same experience either. So to that degree, yeah, somebody may exactly be offended. But again, growing up, there's been plenty of things that I was offended by. But at the end of the day, I had to realize, all right, it's comedy, and although I don't agree with it and I find it offensive, it's that person's art. But there's a message in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, in some, because some of these
Yeah,
comedians just
yeah,
go for shock
yeah,
value,
yeah.
and things just don't make any sense. But if you find a real good comedian
that is true,
that can convey a thought,
right? But even for him, he's been that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, but we all know, we know how he operates. So, well, at least some of us do, because everybody just doesn't. Everybody has their own preference as far as that goes. But like I was saying before, I had to remember too that I don't have their same experiences. So things may, you look at things differently.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And like I say it all the time, we don't all speak the same language.
No, we don't. But we need but the only way we can begin to understand each other in the nuances of our language is when we really start to have those conversations and really listen to each other. Because I can't pick up on what you're trying to say if I don't speak your language, if I'm not listening to you to kind of find the connection to understand what you're saying. And that's where we lose connection as a people, period. I ain't even talking about the others. We could just put them to the side for a second. But for us, we don't take the time to like really sit down and listen to one another. Everything is a thing. And it's like, it's so annoying. It is really so annoying that a lot of times you miss out on some great speeches. And I'm not saying, everybody has a great moment all the time and every speech that they gave is good. But there have been moments when like Louis Farrakhan has been phenomenal. There have been times where other speeches that people have knocked have been phenomenal. And the things that they have said have been so like, wow. And they get canceled right away because of, you said something and it offended, but these people can walk around and offend all day long and be untouched, unscathed. That is just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That seems to be the misstep. But go ahead, because it's getting worse now at this point. Are you ready for this one? Or you got more thoughts? Because I'm
good.
Okay.
Okay, shoot.
What the hell is wrong with Tennessee?
Oh yeah, that definitely had me in my feelings, because I remember the story when it first broke. Right. I mean, a while ago.
Yeah.
But I did not know all of that. That's why we need to be more proactive of following up on a lot of these stories. The things that are going on in the background.
The story the first time, it was just like, oh, this could possibly be going on in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like this is a whole operation.
No, when I first saw it, they just said kids at the school,
right?
And somebody taped it, on their phone. And you could see I remember the little girl screaming and crying and falling. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, what's going on at the school? And they said they were coming to arrest them. I'm like, well, for what? What did they do? Kids in school. So, and that had been a while. That had been a while ago. But
then they also
how you just don't follow, when you don't follow up on what was actually going on. But go ahead.
Right. But originally they tried to make it seem like it was almost like a Scared Straight kind of program.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought at first.
Because that's the way they presented it. But when they did some digging, they discovered that it's far greater than just a little Scared Straight tactic, that they were deliberately keeping the prison system pumping by actually just shuffling these black and brown boys and girls into the prison system. And the mother,
the mom of the county, or whatever she likes to call herself.
Yeah, the mother of the county. This old fat marshmallow, just typical, just typically disgusting. One of the ringleaders of all this, pushing through these children into this prison system, as if, again, you're doing a service to the community by doing this. And it's ridiculous. Now, should she get disbarred? Hell yeah. Is she going to? I'll wait.
Oh, no, nobody's lost their jobs.
I know.
Why hasn't the government stepped in?
I mean, yeah, it's Tennessee, but where's the governor?
Oh, yeah. Well, fill everybody in about what's going on. Take a hit. Take a sip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do. I can't. All right. So in Tennessee, they would, I don't know exactly where it was. Hold on one second. I'll give you exactly where it is in a second. But briefly, in Tennessee, they had this program in one of the counties where they tried to make it out to be like a scared straight program, where they were going into this one particular school, taking these, as they considered them, troubled boys and girls, young men and women, and just pushing them into the prison pipeline. And this has been going on since 2008. Children as young as 7 years old have been jailed in Rutherford County, Tennessee, using what the county called a filtering system, which it left jailers to determine whether the arrested child should be in a juvenile detention center or released or held. So just imagine a 7-year-old, and a 7-year-old, yeah, maybe being problematic because of what he may be dealing or she may be dealing with at home alone in their own communities. But to take that child and be like, okay, yeah, you're so much of a trouble, we're going to put you in here and then see how you act in here, and then we're going to determine your how you are in here or what's going on right here. If you don't change around, then we're just going to take you, put you in a detention center, or hold on to you till you just go into regular prison, and then we'll just shuffle you on in. Again, just to create and keep this prison pipeline thing flowing. And Tennessee has made quite a bit of money through this system, and nobody has been brought up on charges. Nobody's going to jail. They done praised the white judge who has been filtering these children in as the mother of the county. Let's see. The county, they settled in 2017. That's the notes I was looking for. The county had agreed to pay out a combined $397,000 to 11 children.
Yes. Now those were the first kids that were seen crying in the school. Now
the 11 children.
Now they've created a crime that does not exist. These children were witnesses to two other children fighting.
Right. Yeah.
So what they did was they created some, I can't remember what it's the phrase that it's called, but saying that they were bystanders and they did not intervene. So this is why they were being picked up by the police officers. The police officers actually came to the school and arrested them in handcuffs.
But get this. This is what this cow said. This cow said that, and they call her, again, the mother of the county, that she believed it's God's mission to discipline its children, whom she believed are behaving much worse than before. And we still going to church. Okay.
No, I have a problem with the parents also. Well, anyway, this filter system that she uses, she is the creator of it. And
I'm looking for the name of the thing. But she's the creator of it. Mm-hmm. And for many years, she's just been doing it. And she's been praised for a while for this. This is
of course, the higher the rate of black children is like 49%.
Right. Let's
Because
see.
they actually had a graft.
Right. So 1,500 more kids were illegally jailed in Rutherford County as due to this systematic situation. It's been really, really crazy. Like, I'm looking for the word, what she called it. What she called their
Yeah, it was like one. It's like one phrase that she calls it.
Oh my gosh. I know I'll find it when this is all over. But yeah, I mean, this is the privilege of white and authority that you can simply just, it's I believe it's God's mission to, okay, well, where the white kids at?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the white kids? If it's God's mission, then where are your kids?
And it's whenever, and they were just randomly picking up kids off the street for sometimes for nothing. Like I said, they were trumping up manufacturing issues just to have, because
if these kids was congregated in the area, whether they were fighting or not,
they would pick them up,
rounding up children.
And then not only that, once they've gotten into the facility, they were putting them into solitary confinement.
Right.
They were neglecting to give them medications. They had one girl was a diabetic. She was supposed to have a medication.
She damn near died.
And they had a young boy there. He was suffering from depression. I believe he was on lithium, and they kept him it had to be for a couple of months. And he was denied his lithium. Now he has problems today.
Right. Yep. So of course, once the story broke, then it caught the local politicians' eye, and now of course they're speaking out against it. But I'm sure that a lot of these politicians knew about this shit a long time ago.
Of course, that's because it was bringing in money. Because every day they were paying them $100 per body.
That's it. Let's see. I think did I find it? Did I find it? No. I'm gonna find it. When I find it, I'm gonna be so mad. It's actually $175 per person. Now, when we talk about, slavery was so long ago, slavery's over, there's no racism in this country, honey, they still selling slaves for $175.
Oh, and they're advertising to neighboring counties to use their facilities because they stopped her from doing it in hers.
Right.
She made a nice little commercial. And like I said at the beginning, she and everyone involved, they're still working. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been charged.
Nope. And how much you want to bet she'll step down, and they'll let her step down with every bit of
with her pension,
honor, or whatever, and not better eyelash.
Mm-hmm. Now the problem I had with the parents is how come they didn't brick this bitch? Okay.
I was with you on that, but part of me, it's that whole mentality of not bucking against the system.
Oh, I'd have bucked and fucked all the motherfuckers up. Plain and simple. Touch my goddamn children on some trumped up shit. And now my perfectly normal child has problems.
Yeah.
But
you're also dealing with, sorry to cut you off though, but you're also dealing with people who may have, criminal charges and things of their own. Sometimes
you just have to. Okay.
Yeah. No.
You make an example. See, that's the problem I keep having with a lot of shit that happens with us as a people. We want to kumbaya march and all the rest of this. Fuck that shit.
Right.
I keep saying fuck that shit. How do you beat a bully? You don't sit down and talk with them. You ain't gotta beat them. You just gotta hurt. You gotta hurt them. You ain't gotta beat them. You just have to hurt them.
One good time. That's all it takes.
That's right.
One good one. That's it. One good one, and I swear he will think about, or she will think about, ever touching you again.
That's right. Burn that motherfucker down. And I believe in a good cleansing.
Right. Fire cleanses everything.
I have no problem with that. I believe we would be light years ahead of where we are now if we'd have killed all.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway,
oh, yeah. If we had more Nat Turners instead of
I
Uncle
think
Tom.
we have. I think we have more. It's just that like everything else, it's suppressed. We wouldn't know. You kind of whitewash what it is.
Yeah, that is true. That's true too. But yeah, that when you was like read, I was like, okay, I'll read it. But I was just like, the hell, and then I started seeing it everywhere.
It just started popping up all of a sudden. It's like this couple of days, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I remember this story. It had to be like 2 or 3 years ago,
right?
Because I remember seeing the video of the kids.
Yep.
Crazy. And like I said, I have a problem with the parents because I'd have killed all them motherfuckers in there. Plain and simple.
Right. All right. So looks like Michigan is back at it again. Telling the majority of Black citizens or people in Black cities in the state of Michigan not to drink the water. They have another lead crisis. Who's making the money off all these goddamn who's
the water companies that bottle this shit? It's probably the same ones. It's probably just tap water.
Right. That's what I was thinking as I read it. I was like, are we testing the water, the bottled water that's now probably going to just be given to these people? I would test it to make sure it's not tap.
Yeah.
I at this point, don't trust a goddamn thing.
Coming out of
the state of Michigan is doing. Don't trust the goddamn thing. I test everything. I wouldn't even do it. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. And it shows the disparity of things that happen in the different communities. Because those other communities ain't got to worry about their pipes having lead filtration. Because of course, if Billy
and they even said it in the article. This is Michigan city of Benton Harbor, the residence.
Benton Harbor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Benton Harbor.
It's contaminated with lead.
Yep.
Now, their white counterpart county, which neighbors them, their water's fine.
Yeah. Perfectly fine. But here we go with the separate but equal thing. Like, I don't give a goddamn if you don't want me in your school. I don't give a goddamn if you don't want me at your church or in your stores. But I should have the same quality of stores you have. I should have the same quality of education.
Well, of course, when you're paying taxes. But where's your tax money going? Who is it going to?
I don't know. I really don't. These people, man, I can't call it.
That's why you got to keep it like you hear it all the time. You got to keep your head on the swivel. These motherfuckers out here. They're out here.
They're out here. They're out here for the killing. They're not even trying. There is, people say, "Oh, this was always around." Trump didn't invite anything. He did. He invited the boldness and the
because they're comfortable in actually speaking it, bringing it out,
doing it with no regard of person, nothing whatsoever. It's almost like, damn, did we take a step back? Granted, I didn't live in the 40s and 30s and all that kind of stuff, but damn, have we taken a step back? Are we backing up into the way things may have been before? Because this has been crazy. I mean, you go from that to, and of course, prayers to the people out in Michigan going through that. But even in Georgia, with the election workers being fired, accused of shredding votes. Come on.
And you think your voting is not important?
Yeah, like people say, "Oh, my voice don't count, or my vote doesn't count." They're gonna vote for who they want to. They're gonna perform. Yeah, if you let them, because they will. They're doing it right now. They're weeding away everybody who would actually just be fair and do their job, so they can solidify power. as long as they need to. And then we're going to sit here and talk about how equal and fair and bipartisan these people are. Come on, give me a break. And again, I'm not kowtowing to the Democrats because they're doing some fuck shit too. But we have to realize we already knew what Uncle or Grandpa Joe was. You knew what he was. But I'm just really surprised after being in 8 years with Obama that you really have Kamala Harris over here just walking around just being like the black mouthpiece. Are you serious? She could be doing so much more. What the fuck is she doing? Like I'm confused. I really am confused. Like maybe there's a game plan I don't see that I'm thinking maybe.
Oh yeah, you know what the game plan is? Get rid of get as many of our asses as possible. Yeah. That's the game plan.
It's really crazy. It's getting crazier by the minute. Lastly, Texas, please get rid of y'all. Governor Hot Wheels, I'm not here for Governor Hot Wheels.
They had like 3 or 4 things go on over the weekend with Texas.
He's doing a whole lot of shit and shenanigans. COVID-19 mandate, he is banning all vaccine mandates, anything. Basically, he is roguing out. But the stupid shit here, and the stuff that I think people need to like turn into is that his counterparts, his family, their office, they've all been vaccinated. And, and if he gets it again, which he's already had it, they will handle it.
Yeah, that's right. He did have it.
Yeah. So while we sitting here, you jumping around, praising Governor Hot Wheels is fine.
And not to be funny,
Hot Wheels has Hasbro. Okay. So there, he's good.
And still not to be funny, winter is coming, y'all. You think I'm bullshitting?
No. You already seen what he did. Like, please.
He's worrying about all of this stuff when he should be worrying about Texas's infrastructure.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
And their power grid. He's concentrating on all of this other stuff.
People are just getting back to normal from the last storm that they had. I've just got off the phone not too long ago with somebody who was just saying that they just started to get back to right since that last storm. Like, what are you doing? But it's okay as long as you're kowtowing to somebody who's not in office anymore, 2, who's lost. And that's okay. I just don't, but again, that's their nature. They seem to honor and praise losers and, go real hard for the losing team. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with that. And then, of course, with him removing the LGBT youth resource page,
who does that sound like? Sound like your boy Donald.
I mean, could we try any harder to please this guy and kiss his behind? Did I hear about the Republicans who worked with Bush's son? No, but I'm not surprised. Well, if we're talking about George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, and of course Barbara Bush couldn't stand Trump, and they hate him. And they hated him until they left this earth. They hated that man. So I am not surprised. And being that George W. Bush was always trying to get the support and admiration of his father, I would not be surprised if he totally does not fuck with Trump either. Now, Jed, I don't know. Jed may straddle the fence a little bit, but I know George W. ain't having it. Nah, he ain't having it. But yeah, I just it's getting serious, and we're coming upon midterms, and I just think we really need to start paying attention. Like, it's not over. They are
you can't even get a rest in.
Yeah, they are playing the long game, and we have to do a better strategy. We cannot sit around and wait for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, who are both white people, to had this epiphany that, oh, we need to actually do something. Because at the end of the day, they don't mind playing good cop, bad cop, bouncing off each other. Because at the end of the day, as long as they remain in power, in the seats of power,
it
that's
still
all
serves
they're
their
concerned
purposes
about. It
also.
serves their purpose at all costs. And that's all they're concerned about. So at this point, that's all it is making sure they maintain power. So who's got time? Who cares?
Yeah.
I just feel like we need to mobilize and do better. All this marching and all that stuff, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, you're right, Patty Duke. He is following Trump's blueprint.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Don't think because he's not in office that he still doesn't have influence, as we can plainly see.
Yeah, like he clearly has a lot of influence, and he is, he's going for the gusto. He knows it. You know what I'm saying? That all he has to do is say one thing or two things. And granted, people say, "Oh, we're not going to really pay that much attention to him because he's the ex-president," but they do.
Yeah, but watch if he were to run, so 75 million people will vote for his ass.
Right.
All of white America.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
And those white women with the pussy hats.
That's it. Because you can secretly do it. You can go behind that little thing and you can press that button and don't nobody ought to know that you did it. So you can sit back. It's just that, with COVID and people know like, oh, he really messed this up. It was like, no, we can't vote for him again now. He messed up too much because then this will really, really put us out there. So they took a back seat, but trust and believe. If things go back to, we can get back to normal, and he runs, they're gonna vote for him, and he's gonna run anyway because he wants to stay out of jail.
Yeah,
he's gonna run anyway because he wants to stay out of jail, and that's the only way.
Well, they're not trying hard enough to get him in jail in the first place.
No, they're not. Well, because they don't want to. Because you know what they feel like? They feel like if they do put him in jail, there's gonna be more of the January 6th. That's how white people feel. They instantly go, oh God, you think they did that? They're gonna do so much worse if we put them in jail.
Well, good, let them do it because I still got some snacks left.
Why not? Why not? You can put R. Kelly in jail. You can put Bill Cosby in jail. You can put Weinstein in jail. Well, if he is in jail, we don't even know if he is in jail.
Yeah, I think he's still in jail.
Yeah. You put Epstein in jail before you killed him because he was going to tell on y'all.
Did you hear about Prince? You hear about Prince Andrew and all of that? That they stopped investigating him?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Because he was tied into that ring also of trafficking those young girls.
Right, and his mother took him off of royal duties because of it.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
Nasty ass.
I ain't surprised. I think there's more people involved in it. That's why.
It is.
That's why Epstein had to.
I want to know who had the book. Who has the little ledger that has everybody's name in it?
I want to know that too. Unless she walking around with it somewhere tucked away on her person.
Oh, it's real tucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they know, because I believe, honestly, if they know where it is, she knows she's gone. Because they don't need her.
No.
They don't need her at all. So I just, I definitely think she is, she's holding on to that somewhere in a special place.
A pocketbook.
In her pocketbook. Okay.
Up there in her pocketbook.
In her pocketbook.
She got a good zipper on it.
She might have paid for one. No.
You say what part of Tennessee was that? I can't remember.
One second. Rutherford County.
You say cavity search patty, dude?
Yes.
Well, you know, they may need some Duke's moisturizer. It's kind of dry.
Get the thick stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Rutherford County in Tennessee.
Yeah,
is where that happened. So
that was really crazy.
That is a really crazy. It's a fast-growing city, 30 miles southeast of Nashville. Yeah, really crazy.
Wait, do the parents have to agree? No, they were just snatching. No, that was another thing. They did not inform the parents
at all. Yeah, they was just if
the parents had the kids were already at the detention centers.
Yeah, if they felt your
already
child
locked
was
away.
A problem, they would already lock.
Oh yeah, I'd burn that motherfucker down with all them bitches in there, plain and simple.
But I think they were very strategic with it in the sense where they a lot of the parents had issues, whether they were already.
Well, we would have just had more issues.
Yeah,
and I'd have called the cousins. Y'all come on, called them over for a couple of states over. I don't know what the hell's going on here, and nobody made any noise. That's why nobody knew that this thing was going, and it was as large as it was.
Right.
That they said nothing. There's no fucking way in the world I was going to allow them to come in there and take my 7-year-old, and put them in handcuffs,
right?
And now I have to worry. Now I have to worry about his mental health. Now here's the real funny shit. When they paid out that amount of money from the settlement, money was already allotted for the children's mental health or whatever. It's fucking crazy. You've already done the damage.
Yeah, right.
You've already done damage.
Yeah,
I'd have caught that bitch at the supermarket and backed over her 3 or 4 times.
Now, how about the crazy part is the minute they do something that would be considered criminal, they're without question gonna send them right on in. Right on it.
And see, and another thing is they could not get the children's records because the juveniles' records are sealed.
Yeah. Well, that's why they were holding a lot of them. That's why a lot of them, they were holding them over from juvenile, and then once they came adult, they would put them in the regular prison system. So then, now they have a whole new record open, and just, it's really crazy at $175 a person.
It's nothing but a business. You just feeding the monster, and that's what they were doing. They were snatching these kids and feeding the monster.
And then when you talk about a system being corrupt, and people go, "Oh, we just need to put new people in it." No, the system is corrupt. There is a corrupt system in here.
But the thing is, too, you never catch a fucking break. You can never get a breather because there's so many scams and things going on. And this is your fucking government, man.
Yeah.
And this shit's on at a local level, and they're doing all this shit.
And you so concerned about the national level.
You're when they're doing all this stuff,
right?
And then they could get and advertise for all the neighboring counties to send their so-called juvenile offenders,
right,
to them.
Very true.
Instead of sending the the federal government in there to regulate this shit. No, like I said, if you'd have popped a couple of them bitches, they'd have been down there because then they would figure out something's going on down here. Right, I wonder what could it be.
Of course, because that's what it takes. But
if you don't know by now, I am pro-violent to a point, and that's pretty good because I'm usually not. I'm not that type of person, but
you're more
when it comes to us, and I'm talking about us on the whole spectrum,
right.
When it comes to us,
I wish they would stop singling out like this and that. It's like, first of all, it's an us.
Us.
It's us because they do them, and when they need to band together, they do. So I really don't understand. Miss me with all the other extra stuff, but yeah. All right, yeah. So that's all I have for that. Yeah, that's all I have. But these YouTube politics has been a bit crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of F words being thrown around about people and things, and I'm just thinking like, oh, okay. So let me understand something. It's okay for you to call somebody else the F word, but the minute somebody outside of that realm says the F word, they're homophobic.
Oh, is it the three-letter F word?
Yeah, yeah. I'm really confused.
We've gone to that now.
Yeah, I was really confused. Like, I, but the minute the other person over here says it, it's oh my god, she's so homophobic. How could you? But you say it. You just said it. You just said it. I can't. The level of hypocrisy with these people. Sometimes I just sit back and be like, huh? Like the delusion of grandeur for these people are just so beyond. It's the same thing with other words, but I just, it's funny to me how someone is quick, and I mean quick, to be labeling, oh, listen, that person's homophobic. Shit. They don't go over there. Don't go over there. Oh, I don't like that you over there because they're homophobic. Why? When you say it, what's I don't get it.
No, actually, I thought you were still talking about fat. But anyway.
Fat? Who's? I mean, it's a lot of them too, but no. I wasn't talking about fat. A lot of that. A whole lot of that. Too much of that. Okay. But then I get it. I get it. There's a lot of people on here because this is their only source of whatever. And it is what it is. But at the same time, please don't come at me about anybody that I choose to either watch or entertain, because I'm not saying I agree with everything that everybody says, but there's sometimes that they're right on. And if they're right on, they're right on. But this whole kind of this person's homophobic, that person's because this person said that, get the hell out of here with that. Go somewhere else with that, because you can sit there and call somebody else that type of F you like, and for that person not to say anything because, whatever. And I get it. Everybody's not a fighter or whatever. What's up, Epso? Everybody's not a fighter or going to go back and forth, but I'll be damned if you're going to call me out my name and I'm going to sit there and take it. Because I'm afraid that you're going to clean me up. You can't even clean yourself. I don't know. I really don't know. And then you sit back and go, oh, well, this, I don't even want to say bullying, because it's like, you're not a bully, but this kind of, you think you are it and everybody has to, and if you don't agree or if you disagree or if you speak out against me, we're going to have an issue. There's YouTube. If everybody's doing commentary, whether it's on politics or whatever it is, it's still commentary. Is it not an opinion? So then everybody should be free to give theirs. Whether you agree or disagree, that's your business. But it's almost like you make it so people can't say anything. I don't rock with that. It's the reason why I disassociated myself in the get-go, because I wasn't raised like that. I didn't grow up like that. I'm not like that as an adult. So why would I be like that for some goddamn YouTube that's not paying me? Even if it was, it's just not. It really is crazy. Like, it really, really, really is crazy. It's entertaining, but to me, I think it's crazy. It really is crazy. There's no way at all. No way at all. No value of friendship or whatever you call it to be will allow you to disrespect me and me just sit there and go, mm-hmm. And then cow to you. So when somebody calls it out that you have an issue, you're going to play nice to prove that person wrong. I mean, y'all might as well. Are we having the Emmys for YouTube? Because some of these people deserve Emmy awards. Like some of these people deserve Oscars. Some of these people are like, we need to have a whole ceremony because some of these people are at the top tier of.
I don't know. They're passing out golden dildos.
Golden colostomy bags. I don't know, something. Something. But I really I just really didn't understand that. Because even with him, like with DKL, you know, Rebel shaded him and they shade each other back and forth. But to like at some point it became like, oh, he had to really like go in on Rebel. So Rebel went back in on him and they went back and forth. But it's like, okay, if you were so quick to jump on him, how could you not jump on? You know what I'm saying? It's like you pick and choose who you jump on, but that person is coming at you too. You know what I'm saying? Like it just really didn't make any sense to me. It really does not make any sense.
Nothing that goes over here makes sense to me.
Yeah, I guess that's
plain and simple. Because they've been quite savage this week. I always thought people that were cool with each other, and they're just back and forth.
Oh please, I know. Trust me, I'm not worried about him or his delusional being. What I said is what I said, and it is still reigns very true even these years later. It is what it is. You have to call yourself something that you did not have. But it's sad that as a grown person, this is how you act. And people say, oh, this is the beef sector. Who said that? Who said that? Who said so? This is YouTube, period. There is no sectors in this thing.
We have borders here.
No.
And walls.
Right. There may be areas where people commune more than others because of how the algorithm of what interests them leads them. But there are no borders here. Like it's all and to me, I really think it's a scam because if you notice, all this beef always happens when after the paychecks go out. You wait till next month. Wait till next month. After October 22nd, going towards the late part of October, early November, watch there be beef.
Well, you gotta remember too, people stepping it up because the holidays are coming.
Right. And people going to try to get, gifts or Black Friday shopping, whatever you try to do. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I've said it many times. I never have this problem over at Pornhub. We go there. We have a good time. Say, see you later. Have a nice night. Catch you next time. Give me a call. All right. Going about our business.
We're good
to go.
It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know, so I think it is a personal issue. I agree with you on that. What'd you say, Lynn T? Oh, please. Ain't nobody worried about Bill Dud. He'd be all right. Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing. This whole talk of history. Oh, you got to know the history. You got to know the history. Trust and believe, a lot of people have actually watched the history. They may not have come down or been content creators at the time, but they were watching. So a lot of people have seen. They know exactly what happened. They don't need you to tell them that, oh, this one said this and this one said that. I know what people have said that they claim that they didn't say now or act like, oh, that never happened. Okay.
Right. There's been a lot of people watching.
Yeah. A lot of people been watching. So, yeah, I think it's ridiculous. But that's about all I have for today. Um,
You see, you've been in the cloud since 2017. Yeah, it's like me. I would just
right. I've been off and on in the clouds even earlier than that. I just didn't really know who I was looking at. It was like if I was bored or doing something, I would cut it on and be like, oh, okay, that was interesting, and go about my life. Like I didn't know the groups of people and things, so I didn't really know exactly what was going on. But you heard the stories. You put two and two together after watching this and watching that. You're like, oh, that's messed up. What'd you say? Pardon me, but did I miss? Like, oh no, you didn't miss it. Antonio's birthday was Edith's birthday was last week. So
yeah. Plus, he had death in the family too. I really didn't expect him to.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a break, but yeah, that is. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess, but yes, Edith. Crazy.
He likes to be called Miss Pussy.
No, he likes to be called sometimes. Yeah, but yeah. So keep Antonio in your prayers. But we may do something this week, but I'm not sure. But I will check with him. Other than that, that is all I have. Yeah, that is all I have. And recently, birthday shout out to Mr. Credential. He had a birthday on the 10th.
How's he doing?
He's all right. He's chilling.
Very good.
He just couldn't do the YouTube thing. He's like, I'm not doing that. So, but yeah.
Too much, too crazy for him?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. Any new movies? Anybody seen Squid Games yet?
Yes, I saw that one. One last quick one before we get to the light stuff.
Sure. Oh, we
Are we ever that light? We're light in the evening. The Nigerian police officer, Muhammad Noor.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed that one.
That was sentenced for shooting
that white woman.
Shooting a white woman, and he went straight to jail. It was like right before they're going to they're supposed to redo his case, revisit it or retry his case.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Auntie Donna, for sharing. I appreciate you. Yeah, they're gonna retry his case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was sentenced to 12 years.
12. And went straight to jail.
He was
in jail before the trial even started.
Mm-hmm. And that was kind of her fault because she had called the police, but she popped out at him.
Yeah.
And that was more of an accident. Now I've seen that, if it was an accident, it was an accident. What?
Right.
Well,
it's all the difference in who makes.
Well, yeah, we keep forgetting. Clear people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we can go to light stuff. I saw Squid Game. I watched it all.
I
found it quite entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Had a nice twist at the end.
Yeah.
But I kind of was picking that up in his conversation throughout.
I picked it up mainly at the Pebble thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When they were,
I really picked it up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus when you didn't see the actual
Mm-hmm. That kind of figured maybe we'll see. So I kept looking for him throughout the whole thing. But they were getting ruthless. Those games was getting scary. Especially
that last one.
The bridge. Oh my God.
Yeah, that bridge was crazy. And then I'm thinking, homegirl, why would you stand so close? Like, I would have just moved because it's glass.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to I don't know. I just felt like, why would you stand there like that? But
hey, Auntie Donna, how you doing?
Hey, Auntie, what's going on? You didn't finish it yet? Okay, but it is good, Pink. You should. You'll like it. I ain't gonna go there too much into it. But watch it. It's good. If anybody's seen Karen,
No, I still haven't seen that.
Okay. Well, let me know when you see it. I ain't gonna say
have you seen Old yet?
No, I keep trying to watch it, and I keep.
Do you have the right one this time?
No, I gotta because it keeps showing the same thing. I just went to it the other day, and it keeps showing the same thing. So I gotta go through some other links and see if I can find it. But
I can hook you up. It can be no problem.
All right, shoot it to me because I don't know where it is, but I gotta check that out. There was another movie too that I was watching. Not a movie, but I do watch Queen Sugar, so that's that's good. I'm glad that they're back and up and running. Yeah, it's my show. But
I didn't watch anything.
I don't really see anything too much. I've been kind of. I did finish the book that I was auto listening to. I finished that the other day. That was good. I'm gonna go back and listen again, of course, to make my notes before I really like get into it. As far as sharing it with you all, but it was good. It was pretty good. And just I try to keep it kind of mellowed. For entertainment purposes, in between time, I do peep in to see what's going on with this stuff, and a lot of this stuff is kind of like, really, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We all remember, no, not we all, but like I remember that. I remember this, and it's like, you said that, you did this, and it's funny to see people go, I never said, I never did, and it's like, y'all taking this whole Trump thing to the hills, y'all. Cut it out. Y'all not politicians.
The lying.
Yeah, it's just like
the lying.
Stand in it. Stand in it. You said it. You said it. Stand in it. If you don't like people, putting you in a box or telling you their perception of you, how about you stop trying to do the same to other people? Are you quick to do that? That thing is quick to, you know what kind of person this one is. This one, you don't know nothing about me. You know nothing about me. You know nothing about anybody else. You're going off the same thing everybody else is going off, what you perceive. And what you perceive, you're making an assumption. And you already know what happens when you make assumptions. You make an ass out of yourself. But you constantly do that on a daily basis. So that's okay, I guess. So, I don't know, but it'd be interesting. One thing I definitely hope is that, of course, that nobody is, I don't want to say stupid. That's such a harsh word, but nobody,
but it works.
Yeah. Nobody is stupid enough to go to violence, because this is real life and it has real consequences.
But it will. It will.
Do not let these things that people say or the things that people try to do.
It's been a hot summer.
Take you to a place, right? Take you to a place of wanting to do some harm to some people. These people ain't worth it. They're really not.
Find something better else to do.
Yeah, they're so center of their being relies on you watching, on you clicking, on you viewing, on you cash apping, on you all that. Because if you stop doing it, they really don't have shit left. Stomp Down said it this morning, and it's true. If you stop supporting, watching, and clicking and viewing, they'll change up real quick because they have no choice.
They have no other choice. You're forcing their hand.
Hey, especially when they're using it to pay that car note and that this and that and whatever else. So hey, you have no choice. You're gonna have to make it work. I just
You say, Linton, you don't give it a second thought. Yeah, you're like me. I unplug completely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. When this is over, I shut down, cut it off. It's like, what was the point?
It's bad enough I had to come down here and warm this thing up. Had to make sure all these updates and whatever else.
Oh my god!
Because it's been about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, like I really did I've just been, it's been whole weekend plus, and it's just like, what? So what? People can't just say what they see. So then, okay, if you comment on what you see, then all of a sudden now you're gonna get dragged because you could clearly see you talking about somebody that you claim to be friends with. This is the type of fag that I like. Who says that? But then if somebody else says it, then of course they're being homophobic. How? How? If it can so freely come out of your mouth and you can call somebody else that, then how could you not give that same kind of? And I'm not saying that it's right, but you can't stand call somebody.
No, but that, and you're not friends that speak to each other like that, because sometimes you have friends that you can talk to and you can joke, but that does not privy the third person who may be an outsider to come and speak that way also.
Well, me and my closest friends that I've grown up with since I was about 15 years old, we don't even talk to each other like that. So
yeah, because I'm not gonna come out my mouth and call a total stranger.
You know what I'm saying? That you have very limited interaction with, and then go, well, you're not.
I won't even call him a nigger. A nigger.
It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Like these people need to get some lives, get some hobbies, get some things.
I think too that they've gotten too comfortable. You know, sometimes you can do that. You can get too comfortable.
You get comfortable in the position that you think you have because of the way people treat you or the way they treat you on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get into this whole position of you can say things and do things. I just use even myself for an example. Like with Brianna talking about I was talking about her in QB's chat some years back. Where is it? Still ain't seen a lick of nothing. No, nothing. Nothing to back. Nothing to fact to back.
Because it still should be there, right?
Right. Well, no. Well, QB's channel I think was taken down, but she claimed it was on QB's channel. But my point in even saying that is, it's a lie. I never did. It was funny. Yeah, I laughed, like I said before, but I don't type laugh in the chat. Now I do. I didn't back then. So then nobody knew I laughed at it. So, and then too, if anybody can, if it was funny, it was funny. Just like I'm sure she says things and people, you say things and people laugh. Like if it's funny, it's funny, and you just move on. Like, so I really didn't understand trying to put me, but then I got it because of course, if you're trying to, show somebody else that you're loyal, and so whomever you dislike, I dislike too. Yeah, you're gonna play that game. And it's like, first of all, I don't even check for you, so it really didn't matter. But for you to do that, like you're going a little bit too far. Just be yourself and hope that he likes you for you. Don't try to put me in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm, little old me, I ain't worried about it. I don't think I'm that much of a figure to be concerned with. But hey, you never know.
Yeah. But, Patty Duke, I actually believe that there's going to be some violence. Something's going to happen. You can just see it coming. Yeah. If you're bold enough to show up at somebody's home.
Yeah, but a lot of times too, that I think a lot of times that, especially for here, is a lot of shock value because I can't see you showing. Because for me, if you're going to show up, who's going to show up and not do nothing?
No, but it wasn't just her showing up. When he came out there, he could have stomped her to death. It only takes a split second. He poses her as a threat. She's at his home. Right. Because I tell you straight up, if she'd have popped up and caught me on the wrong night, I'd have beat the bitch to death. I'm serious. Because you just don't know in this day and time, and even just in general, people do some of the stupidest stuff, and you pose a threat, and it only takes a second, and it only takes one time for him. Say he pushed her down the steps or something, she strikes her head. He killed her.
Yeah, Stomp Down. I just said that you had talked about this stuff in your chat today. this morning. Yeah, because it's really ridiculous. Like you get to a point where
say sensitive ass folks. Yeah, they are.
but they are. But they can say the most vile stuff about other people.
Yes.
That's the part that I don't get. It's like, because if you can dish it, you damn sure be ready to take it.
You
because
better be ready.
I get ready to dish it, I don't want to hear it.
Well,
I don't
you know, hurt people hurt people.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to break that. Like, there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, hurt people. But when are you going to grow up and say, you know what? I need to deal with my hurt. And there's a lot of people on here.
You can't have tissue paper feelings, though.
that do not have to deal with their hurt, but they have tissue sensitive feelings, and they're concerned about what people think about them. Well, are you concerned about what people think about you? If you present yourself as a bully, people see you as a bully. Mm-hmm. Period. So you can kind of smooth it out and make nice and do all this kind of stuff. But when you open your mouth, the stuff that come out your mouth is something in which you kind of feel some type of way when people have an opinion again that you don't favor.
Yeah. But also remember, we have a lot of unstable people, and they all have access to phones, tablets, and computers. and that's the truth.
Some of them government issued.
Ooh, okay. Well, you can tell me about that one later. But government giving them away. So it's Section 8 PCs.
Like Oprah, you get a laptop, you get a laptop, you get a laptop. Everybody gets a laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna get me one too. Yay!
Right. Queen Diva, hey, what's going on?
Hey, Queen Diva, how you doing, darling?
Yeah. But yeah. That's all I have for tonight, guys. It's been really cool. It's been really nice. I will, for the last couple of minutes, I dropped the link if anybody wants to pop up and say something or add a story or anything that you may have seen in the news that we did not discuss, or maybe I didn't hear anything about yet. You're welcome to hit it. All I ask is that you are respectful. We can agree to disagree, but just make sure that you keep it cute. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. What'd you say? Don't nobody want a refurbished laptop. Right. Right, that part is true. Definitely don't nobody.
But if it's free, don't pass it up. Pass it on to somebody else.
Well, hey, it may have some bugs. You be careful. You be getting something. And
no, that's why you wipe it. That's why you wipe it. Wipe that sucker clean.
Yeah, but some of the people don't know that.
Yeah, they can be tracked.
No, I don't think they're government employees. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Who knows?
But then again, who knows, right? Yeah, you never know. A lot of these people live vicariously through a lot of this stuff. So a lot of the characteristics that you wouldn't normally see them as publicly, they are able to be dirty and conniving. And
that's probably why they never show their faces.
Yeah.
You have to look at that too.
That part is true too.
When you're hiding behind the avatar.
Yeah, that part is true too. Mm-hmm. That has a ring of truth to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Not the horror.
The horror.
Some people have had some camera slips. Lord have mercy.
Lord. Mm-hmm.
Whew. Looks like a whole tooth ass.
Not only that, not just camera slips. Some people did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, I think so too. So. But after a while, it's like you obviously cannot have that many slips. You're doing this on purpose because you know it's gonna bring attention. It's either gonna bring clicks and views or talk about. Then you're still, keeps
you viable and keep people talking about you. Everybody wants to come and see, especially when you can leave it up and YouTube hasn't snatched it down.
Right. Everybody wants to come and see.
It's nothing but an anal clef. Like I said, we don't have this problem over at Pornhub. They're all anal clefts now. Anyway.
Be careful. It'd be like any other thing. Pornhub sector has came over to YouTube.
Yeah, well.
Hell, Puerto Rico done ushered them in here.
You said Rico? I thought you said Puerto Rico.
No,
I said, what, they climbing the border, climbing the walls again?
I said Puerto Rico done ushered them in here if there was such a thing. Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised. But now we love Rico. He's cool. Just keep it in your pants, please. Keep it in your pants. Why are we sitting around with no drawers on? Who's sitting around?
I guess people having camera slips.
Oh, ew. Right. Yeah.
Lord only knows.
They do that on purpose.
Because they probably did just come over from Pornhub.
No,
you gotta get the blood flowing before you can get up and start chatting.
Some people are way too old. Don't get that blood up too much.
Yeah, they've been stroked out on camera. Yeah. That'd be some shit.
That wouldn't
it? Stroke out on camera.
God damn.
What's wrong with him? I don't know. Anybody know his number?
I'd be so.
Give him a prayer cloth.
I'd be so scared for chattery teeth. I'd be like, Lord. You need to calm down, sir. Like, it's really not that serious. I get you being upset and kind of giving this anger, but he goes into it. That pressure be too high. I'd be like, you're gonna really hurt yourself. And because that little dog ain't gonna be able to call 911 for you.
He ain't got no thumbs. I can't call the number.
And Lord knows we wouldn't want that to happen, but I'm just saying, just calm down.
Yes, it's not that.
It's not that serious. Yeah, not that serious.
Definitely not that. Definitely not that.
And if you allow your people to get you that gaslighted to where your pressure is at 1,000, then your people that support you don't give a shit about you because they know way in the world.
Then you need to do something else.
I love you guys to death, and even when I felt like going there, I always got to. All right, yeah, okay, that's enough. All right, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I'll stop. I promise. But you need that because you'll end up stroked out on camera. And people be sitting there talking about they shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and all that stuff, which we like to do on here. When you had the opportunity to just keep it at a minimum, you should have just kept it at a minimum. I mean, I don't watch either, but I just I don't watch either, but I just you see the little clips, the little what they call the little icon thingies. And he's always like, you look like, but I'm surprised he must use some good polydent because they don't ever drop.
They don't drop or slip.
They don't drop or slip. So he's got some good grip on the mofos. He's got kung fu gums.
Does he still have the old type that use poly grip or are they just automatic? You have some that
the little snaps.
Snaps in, yeah. Snap-ons.
Like the clapper. He's got clap-on teeth. I don't know. Well, he don't have a new day. He don't have a new addition of teeth like some. They got the new 2020 teeth. Okay, 2020 teeth.
You know what?
Give you a whole brand new.
I was like, you talking about a new grill? Everybody went down to Pedro's.
Right. Everybody went down to South America or south of the border to get some teeth. Get the hell out of here.
God damn. Brand new grill. It had some spinners on those bastards.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes just because you put new furniture in a nasty looking house,
it's still nasty.
Don't make the house look any better. So it's like sometimes you should work on the paint job of the house first,
Still
then
got
put some new
roaches.
furniture in, then put some new furniture in there. So then that way everything can match.
Yeah, but what do you still got the same dirty carpet? That same old dirty carpet has been in there for 15 years.
You think you knew because you got a new sofa, I guess. I don't know. But, more power to you, I guess.
God bless you.
That's right. Hope your teeth stay in. Oh, not bad fitters. They just come in and put
get them in a day.
That's it.
Shit, you can order them online.
Right. What they call snap-in veneers? I think they call snap-on veneers now. Or something like that. Yeah. So, I'm just waiting for somebody to actually do a challenge where they bite something.
Oh. Something. Why they have them in there? It's like, no, they can be Avatar, and you just
that's what I want to see. That'll tell the truth of who really paid, or who got.
Yeah, or who's actually fronting, right?
Who got the Instagram? Who got the Instagram type? Like who really paid, and got shark teeth underneath those veneers, and who really have, just the snap on. Like I'm going on camera. Hold on one second. Hello. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, crazy.
We shall see. But anyway, all right. Okay, I'm good. I'm done now for real. This was fun, as always. As always.
Yeah, how much was left in that glass?
Huh?
I said, and how much was left in that glass?
It's enough. It's enough.
Okay. Hey, you didn't have to get any refills.
Nope. We keep it down to the one glass. I make it that
way.
You
just got a bigger glass. That's all that was. He break it out the mason jar. Yeah, he got the big one.
Yeah. It was. You can blame it on the people. It was the articles. I was like, let me get, and then the people were just like, let me get like.
It was just real crazy. It was quiet, but the articles were just so horrific.
Yeah,
that's what got me, especially the Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee got me all together. Like I couldn't wait. I was like Norbit. Tuesday. I'm saving my comments for Tuesday. I'm saving because I was ready to just light my wall up. Like these goddamn.
Yeah, but no, like I said, it's like one of those things. It just started popping out today.
It's gonna disappear soon too.
Well, but you know what? We can't let that happen because that bitch down there, she got to have, and all her accomplices down there.
And they better indict her ass, and they better not let them. And just like they did Ahmaud Arbery's, the prosecutor or the attorney general and her office waited 2 years after his murder to then now indict her for her cover up in the whole situation. Please don't wait 2 more years or 3 years to indict this mayonnaise mammoth fat ass white woman for her crimes against these young people and anybody who participated in them, whether they were Democratic lawmakers or Republican lawmakers of the state. They all need to go to jail.
But you know what was crazy? If you read in the article, the federal investigator that stopped them from doing it in their own county told her, you can go to jail for this.
Right.
And nothing happened.
No, because she knows she can't. They're not going to send her to jail. Because again, it's the racism. They all know it. They all know it. And I think that's why I say part of me agrees with you. What the parents should have really fought for their children and said, you know what, fuck this. We're going to just, burn this shit down and not let this happen. But the other part is because they already know that if they did buck, the whole system was going to come down on them. And the little bit that they did have, they were going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be damned, I'll just lose it. But again, that's the difference between a lot of us. You know, we get so scared about, oh, this is, you know, and it puts me in the mindset of
if we just be quiet, it'll just go away. No, it doesn't go away because the children are damaged. Your child will never be the child that left out your house that day.
Right.
That child's gone.
And the hopes and dreams that you may have had for your children to be greater than you and do great things. Now what? They left to probably just live in that godforsaken town for the rest of their lives due to the trauma. It's ridiculous.
Because one young girl, she wanted to be a police officer.
Right.
I'm sure that's not what she wants to do now. You know, children have nightmares. They're disturbed.
And only $300 and something thousand for
now 11 people. Do the math. You know, do the math. How much is that? It's probably $30,000 or $40,000 a piece for that.
Oh, they can go get themselves a nice car. You know, that's what they're gonna go spend it on.
Yeah, I got a nice car, so I could back over that bitch.
No, you need a Ford F-150 for that big bitch.
I don't want it to be too high because I want to be able to drag her ass. Shit,
oh, no,
you can't drag some of them.
She can't hold on that long. She can hold on for a while, but she can't hold on forever. She gonna have to slip up and let go. It's like boom, boom, and it's like there you go, got her. Got her.
It is. It's crazy.
Somebody needs to start a petition. Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely agree. But yeah, we need to start taking better care of our children. And a child anywhere that has been endangered or hurt or mistreated, we need to start really definitely being more proactive in fighting against that stuff.
Because I was actually thinking, could they do that? Could they do that up here?
They probably have.
They probably have. I don't know. I don't think they could have gotten away with it up here.
It all depends on the type of program they called it.
No, but not say if they did it the same exact way that they just went in there, picked those kids up without the parents' knowledge, you know, taking them down to book them in or whatever.
Oh, now see that part without the parents' knowledge, I think that part wouldn't have happened. But the part in where you have the parents' knowledge, but you sugarcoat it as, oh, this is the best opportunity or position for your child to learn. And then the parent entrusting this school administrator, whoever it is, that they are looking out for the best interest of the child, winds up sending them away to this quote unquote boarding school or situation to where in which you don't know what's going on.
I mean, but if they gave that half-ass reason, we're arresting these kids because they did not intervene in a fight between two other ones, and we're going to call it this, whatever it is. I can't remember the name of whatever.
Yeah, but do we know? But we don't know that. We don't necessarily know for sure if that's what the parents were told. We know that that's what was on the books.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't have to because you wasn't going to keep my child.
Right.
You know.
But that's why.
You know what? Mama and daddy's going to be in the jail cell right down because we're going to do some shit. And we gonna if they don't, you know, it'll be like the news has to be there because there will be violence. Just plain and simple. I mean, it's to that point.
They had to know exactly the type of the families in which they were dealing with, where a lot of the parents, whether it was fathers, mothers, or whatever, had some sort of criminal something somewhere in there to where in which they could use that as leverage, that if a parent did buck back or disciplinary did
because even now I don't see why they haven't gone after her. Because she's the head person,
and she ain't the ringleader. I'm pretty sure
it had to run through some other people.
There is a gang of political leaders behind her that allow her to do that, and they, you know, gave her that cloak as being the mother of the county. But she trust and believe she won the orchestrator of this catastrophe is somebody else. Definitely is somebody else. But you'll see it. You'll know who it is when they start stepping down. When you start hearing,
and that's another thing.
Real quick,
so they can keep their pensions and all the rest of that other shit.
Mm-hmm. And so it don't blow up too much in their face, and so they can still maintain their dignity and respect.
Pension don't do you any good when your head is split open.
No, I mean,
plain and simple.
And then too, they'll split their own heads open as long as they know that their families are taken care of. That's why I say instead of taking that 300-something thousand from, again, taxpayers in the county to pay victims paying victims, take that shit from them politicians that agreed to do the shit. Take that shit from her fat ass. That's where you take that money from. But it's too much like right. I mean, I guess what do I know?
Yeah, what do you know? What do you know?
Apparently nothing at all. Apparently nothing at all. See, here you go. You're trying to keep me on this 2-hour mark. That's it. I'm out of here. Just said, there you go. Again, trying to keep me on this 2-hour mark. I'm not doing it. Makes me feel like my shelf life is up.
You say your shelf life?
My shelf life is up. It's like I get an hour 15, hour 20 is pushing it, hour 30. I feel like, okay.
I just hope that liquor in that jar was working.
No.
You didn't know?
No, not right now. It was the articles. I was too hyped. I was too
hyped up.
Yes, I was too hyped up. So I wasn't all that relaxed. Like, oh, let's go on to.
Nah. Yeah, it was very intense. Very intense.
Yeah.
Have a safe night, Lynn T.
Yes, Lynn T. Be safe as always. Lynn T. It's always great to see you. I love the rebels as yeah, have a safe night, everybody. Be safe. Wear your mask. Keep your distance. Anybody in Texas, please don't let Governor Hot Wheels railroad y'all.
Yeah, be aware because he's just churning it. He's churning it out left and right.
He is doing. I mean, if there was ever somebody going for a gold star between him and DeSantis, they are gunning hard for this man's affection. You would swear he was like the king of whatever. I mean, it's purely ridiculous. And sacrificing the lives of your people, the people that voted for you, is ridiculous to me. But hey, what do I know? Be safe until next time, America.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Moisturize, wash your ass, wear your mask, and yeah, that's about it. And moisturize. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Moisturize.
Yeah, because nobody likes to dry anything.
Nobody likes a dry, fat, dusty, crusty, wrinkly, bald-headed anal.
Nobody wants to dry anal clefts.
Some people look like dry anal clefts out here. Look like hemorrhoids just poking out of somebody's ass.
Just hanging out like that. Cover me up. It's cold.
Yeah. You're dumb. On that note, you guys have a blessed night.
Have a safe one.
Peace. Talk to you later. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Bam.